and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Anna Maria, the pharmacist with the suitcase, your best travel and motivational guru who emphasizes travel's power to broaden minds, foster growth and break comfort zones through stories, advices and experiences. Through my contents, I share with you the beauties of the world and I encourage you to pack and leave going seeing in which marvelous planet we live. Watching my videos, you will be inspired for your next trips, learning a lot about geography, history, culture, archaeology, habits, art, and underwater hidden gems, as I'm also a certified scuba diver. Through my content, as long as I am a pharmacist, you will indeed have some tips about how to take good care of your health while traveling, especially if you are a solo traveler or if you aspire to become it. But now, let's get into the video's topic. Valletta, 3 cities, MALTA Vittoriosa, Senglea and Cospicua.
We are at the Upper Barrakka Gardens, the highest gardens of Valletta. From here you can have a marvelous view of the town.
Actually, more than of the town, you can have a great view of the grand harbors and of the 3 cities that you are going to approach soon, right after watching a particular ceremony. Beneath the Upper Barrakka is the saluting battery, a line of canoes used since the English period to greet ships entering the Grand Harbour. Even today, 2 canoe shoots are fired daily at 12th and 16th, as well as on certain anniversaries. The crowd was so packed that I could manage to see something only at the very end of the shooting, so I highly recommend you to come far in advance to avoid my mistake. On the right side of the gardens, you can find a lift, for which you have to buy a ticket, or many stairs that will lead you to the harbour, from where you can take the boat to reach the 3 cities.
We want to do the 3 cities tour, and to come downstairs we could have taken a lift or going by walk by the stairs. That's what we choose.
We will take the lift to come back up, definitely. Now, to reach the 3 cities there are many different options. You can even take a guided tour with a boat. But we preferred experiencing the oldest, most traditional way to move between the 2 lands, and only spending €2 per fare per person, we are taking what they call it gondola, which has nothing to see to the famous gondola veneziana, as this one has an engine and the gondoliere only rows when he is approaching the pier. The ride is truly nice and I highly recommend it. The city of Vittoriosa was founded within the Grand Harbour around Fort Sant'Angelo and served as Malta's main port. In 1530, with the arrival of the Knights Hospitaller, it became the island's capital, replacing Medina, which was further inland and did not meet their requirements. After the sack of Malta in 1565, the Knights received considerable support from the rest of Europe, allowing Grand Master Jean de la Vallette to build a new fortified city on Mount Chiverras, the peninsula opposite Birgu, from which the Turks had bombarded the city.
The new capital was named Valletta after the Grand Master, while Birgu was given the title Città Vittoriosa, and the inhabitants took the name Vittoriosani. After Napoleon Bonaparte's capture of Malta in 1798 and his subsequent expulsions by the British, the Royal Navy used Vittoriosa as its Mediterranean base until 1979. During World War II, Vittoriosa was heavily bombed by Axis forces due to the presence of Malta's naval dockyards. Part of the town was severely damaged, and many monuments, such as the clock tower and the Auberge d'Allemagne, were destroyed. We just headed to Vittoriosa. Here, there's pretty much to see. One of the first things you will encounter is the nice harbor and the Malta Maritime Museum. If you keep on walking, always on your right, you will find Fort Sant'Angelo, which we would have loved to see, but unfortunately was closed. I am extremely sad for this, but I don't let it ruin my exploration day, and I keep on walking around the nice city, being enchanted by the beautiful buildings, until I do not reach the headquarters of St. Lawrence Band Club. I previously did a vlog explaining what band clubs are here in Malta, so if you want to know more about this, you are more than welcome to watch that video. Keeping on walking, I arrived to the Oratory of the Holy Crucifix, a small church that was built in 1720 on the graves of those who fell during the Great Siege of 1565. It was built by the members of the Confraternity of the Holy Crucifix. The facade was rebuilt in 1950 after it was destroyed during the Second World War. We are entering now in the second city. Cospicua has been inhabited since the Neolithic period. Its maritime structures began during ancient times around the Phoenician era, circa 700 before Christ. Before the 18th century, it was known as Bormla, a name still in use. Its fortification walls, built to protect the city and its neighbors Birgu and Isla, were constructed by the Order of St. John. Construction began in 1638, but was not completed for another 70 years. In 1722, Grandmaster Marcantonio Zondadari declared Bormla a city and, given its mighty bastions, named it Città Cospicua. In 1776, the Order of St. John began building a shipyard, which would play a key role in the city's development. During British rule in Malta, the Royal Navy made extensive use of this shipyard, particularly during the Crimean War, the First World War, and in the years leading up to the Second World War. Cospicua, along with the rest of the area around the Grand Harbour, was heavily bombed during the latter war, as Malta was under siege by the Axis powers. As you might notice it, we are shooting a movie here in Cospicua, and as long as the whole area is closed, we cannot really go around visiting. But it is interesting, at least for me, watching how the shoots are made, which cameras and equipment they use to make the film. The first city is Senglea, but as long as we run out of time and tonight we have an appointment, don't worry, you will know about it in the next video. It is time to come back to Valletta with the gondola and take the lift that will bring us back to the Upper Barrakka Gardens. I hope in the future I will have the chance to go visiting Senglea and, who knows, maybe I will shoot a documentary about it. Considering the time you need to reach one place from the other, I would highly suggest you to leave early in the morning to do the tour of the three cities. And a very clever thing might be to call the offices of the museums you want to visit, just to make sure that the timetable listed online is correct and not dated.
Today's video came to its end, but as usual, I'm now opening a debate, as I truly think the power of platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, TikTok and Facebook is putting people together and help them achieving more knowledge. Have you ever seen these free cities? What would you recommend to visit once you are there? Are there any special places where you would have a meal or a drink? Please, write to us your suggestions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, leave a like and share it with your friends. If you don't want to miss the new videos that shows you the beauties of the world or the important infos linked to the topic of travel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, because doing like this you will receive a notification as soon as a new episode will be uploaded. See you in the next vlog. Ciao!